Hey champions, it's Thursday. I hope you're having a great day and you've had a great week thus far. Uh, Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a deep dive into the card Cognitive Restriction, which is another card that I think doesn't see as much play as it does. But before I do that, I want to give a shout out and a special thank you to my wife for all the work she does. I think a lot of the time we don't think about what's happening behind the scenes, and one of the biggest supporters we've had, and one of the people who has always been there for me has been my wife. So I was feeling very grateful to her this morning, so I thought I would put a special message in today's vlog about that. All right, let's jump into talking about cognitive restriction. Uh, this card is absolutely amazing. The artwork Damian did for J. was phenomenal. I absolutely love this. I know it's become a lot of people's favorite artwork, but I wanted to jump back a little bit to the beginning of when the card first got printed. So this card's been in the game since practically the very beginning, seeing its original appearance in Alpha and then getting reprinted in Beta, then in Welcome to JLR. The beta artwork was probably one of the most controversial artworks in the entire set. It was the one people hated the most, especially for a card that was played so much. And I want to talk about why it was played so much during beta, why it fell out of favor in uh, Welcome to JLR, and why I theorize it's going to see more play as the game grows. So in beta, the card pool was very limited, and there weren't a lot of options at every G slot. So when moving from, like when choosing your 7 and 8 G cards, if you weren't running Bellum and you didn't have access to Bolt Shot, there you had a general limited pool. Bellum had Bolt Shot, uh, Thymos had Baruch, Chaos had Meteorite, Axon really only had Cognitive Restriction as a reasonable option. So a lot of people picked it. And it was a very strong card, being able to negate any ability your opponent plays. This allows you to stop summons from being beckoned. This allowed you to stop Idris's Fireball, one of the few ways to do that in the entire game. This allowed prevention of some of the most cataclysmic effects in the game. So people were running this a lot. The problem is that it started becoming very predictable. Everyone knew it was coming the moment you play something, and your opponent's like, well, let me just spend 17 aura. And you're like, okay, it's gonna be a cog restrict. I know this is coming. And it got to a point that it was, people started playing around it. And the game, when we got to Welcome to JLR, it started shifting away from champions getting into head-to-head combat. Instead, the champions staying far away and sending in summons to fight. So you had the Nubia Angel deck, which was very popular for that, where Nubia wouldn't come into combat. She would just send her angels in. Idris was running Scorpions. Scorpions could hit from far. She could launch fireballs. Cognitive restriction. She was just never in the range for Cog Restrict. And then on top of that, one of the most threatening decks to come out of Welcome to JLR was the Rain OTK. And in that deck, Rain would always just appear at your side and do her combo and kill you. So there was very little you could do about it. And this caused cognitive restriction to fall out of favor for players. There wasn't a lot of use to it because the evasion wasn't there that it was for beta. And it didn't stop your opponent's combos from going through, especially since it couldn't target summons. But as the game expands, I see two reasons for this card to see popularity again. One of them is we're going to see a lot more champion against champion combat, especially as the fighter class sees a lot more favor as the game grows. They're going to be in your face, and you're going to want to find a way to stop their big attacks from hitting you. The second thing is that as the card pool grows, cognitive restriction becomes less and less predictable. After a little while, people will even forget that this card exists in the game until it hits them like a bomb. And that's going to be the big value point to this card. Is this something I think people are going to run 6, 7, 8 of in their timeline? No, not at all. I really do think it's essential for the 1 or 2 ofs for the right moment to have that card. This is why we've decided to keep cognitive restriction in 2nd edition, not in the set itself, but as an organized play promo. And it looks absolutely amazing. I think it got a great treatment getting this promo finish on it. But on top of that, it's a card you're going to want to hold on to, because as you build timelines in the future, you're going to find that it will really solidify a deck having one or two of these at the right moment. It's like Pressure Point, it's like Shutdown, where if you can get to your opponent at the right time, this can be a very powerhouse card. And on top of that, the awareness on this is absolutely phenomenal. As we're trying to scale back the ridiculous awarenesses that are in the game, something with this kind of awareness will see less and less play as the game grows. So that makes cognitive restriction even more powerful. And I think if you have yourself a few of these, hold on to them. You're going to see a lot of play for them in the future. Uh, that is all I really wanted to discuss on cognitive restriction. It's an absolute amazing card, and it did kind of set up the storyline that we wanted to show between Nubia and Kendra, and that aggression that happened from the beginning. This is the pinnacle moment that started to drive Kendra insane and change the state of Jaylara forever. That being said, Jaylara 2nd Edition, a reminder, that's coming out on August 20th. It's going to be a great set. I'm so excited to see box openings happen. I know one streamer already got their box, and when they do their live stream, I'm going to be promoting it. On top of that, I'm going to be, once the video's done, we'll share it around and we'll talk about it. I think their live stream is actually happening tonight. Go check out Heads or Tails Gaming. I'll leave a link to their YouTube channel in the description. You can go check them out and support their channel and see their live stream hopefully tonight as they go through their Welcome to Jaylara 2nd Edition booster box, which is going to be absolutely amazing. All right, that's everything for today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.